Today, we're skipping the red carpets and diving into the real Hollywood drama, the kind that happens when the cameras stop rolling. Not everyone in Hollywood is best friends. Some aren't even let's be professional friends. Few actors have a reputation for being as particular as Tommy Lee Jones. He's an Oscar winner, a titan of the industry, but also famous for not suffering fools or anyone, gladly. His interviews are legendary for their grumpiness, and you get the sense he'd rather be anywhere but talking to a reporter. So, what's it like to work with him day in and day out? Some say, challenging. Today we're diving into the top 6 actors Tommy Lee Jones reportedly couldn't stand. We've dug through interviews, behind-the-scenes stories, and set whispers. Grab your popcorn, this is going to be good. Let's get started. The most infamous feud, Tommy Lee Jones versus Jim Carrey on Batman Forever. 1. Jones played Two-Face, Carrey was the Riddler, wild, over-the-top, and clashing from day one. Carrey was Hollywood's hottest comedy star, bouncing with energy. Jones? Serious, Harvard-educated, and not a fan of Carrey's antics. At dinner, Jones told Carrey, "I cannot sanction your buffoonery." Director Joel Schumacher confirmed the tension. Carrey improvised, making the crew laugh. Jones glared, radiating disapproval. Their scenes together crackle with real tension. Two-Face's anger wasn't all acting. The feud became legendary. One man's refusal to sanction another's buffoonery. When you watch Batman Forever, you're seeing a real-life clash of personalities. Carrey conquered Hollywood, but never Tommy Lee Jones. That was his Everest. Next up, Harrison Ford and Tommy Lee Jones on The Fugitive, a classic film powered by real-life tension. On screen, their cat-and-mouse dynamic is electric. Off-screen, not so friendly. Reports say they barely spoke when cameras weren't rolling. No shouting matches, just a cold, professional distance. Ford is the laid-back movie star. Jones, the intense, no-nonsense craftsman. Their styles clashed, creating a quiet frostiness that mirrored their characters. Director Andrew Davis had to manage 2 strong personalities, each fiercely protective of their approach. Jones famously ad-libbed the "I don't care" line, showing his commitment to character over camaraderie. The tension worked for the film. Jones's relentless energy felt real because it was. He wasn't there to make friends, he was there to build Sam Gerard. The result? An Oscar-winning performance and a thriller that still holds up. They reunited for U.S. Marshals, but the chill remained. Professional, yes. Warm? Not a chance. Their relationship produced cinematic magic, but probably not a single shared beer. Sometimes friction off-screen creates fire on-screen. The Fugitive is proof. You don't have to be friends to make a masterpiece. Jones and Ford, 2 titans, one unforgettable film. The Cold War between them became the film's secret weapon. That's the power of professional rivalry. In Hollywood, sometimes distance is the key to greatness. The lesson? Respect the craft, even if you don't like the company. For Jones, it's always about the work. And for audiences, that's a win. Now, let's talk about a director who matched Tommy Lee Jones's intensity. Oliver Stone, on Natural Born Killers. Stone is known for chaos on set, pushing actors to their limits. Jones, a man of precision and control, was dropped into Stone's cinematic hurricane. The main clash? The script, or lack of one. Jones comes prepared, knowing every line. Stone wanted improvisation and anarchy. The result, legendary arguments, with Jones demanding structure and Stone insisting on chaos. At one point, Jones rewrote his own scenes, showing up with new pages and saying, "This is what I'm doing." It was a battle of philosophies, classical discipline versus wild experimentation. The tension was real, but it fueled Jones's performance as the unhinged Warden McCluskey. He channeled his frustration into the role, delivering a performance that was both terrifying and hilarious. After filming, neither man was eager for a reunion. Stone respected Jones's talent, but admitted they clashed. Jones, as always, kept it brief. He got the job done and moved on. This feud wasn't about ego, but about a sacred belief in the craft. Jones sees filmmaking as discipline, not chaos. When that's threatened, he fights back, with a red pen and a rewritten script. The result? On-screen brilliance born from off-screen conflict. Sometimes the best performances come from the biggest battles. For Jones, it's always about elevating the material, no matter the cost. The lesson, never underestimate the power of creative tension. With Jones, you get intensity, structure, and a refusal to compromise, even if it means rewriting the rules and the script. That's the Tommy Lee Jones way. Space Cowboys 2000, 4 Hollywood legends, 1 turbulent set, Tommy Lee Jones, Clint Eastwood, James Garner, and Donald Sutherland. Sounds like a dream team. But Sutherland later called Jones a pain in the neck. And not in a good way. Sutherland described Jones as a man who makes you work. meaning he made things difficult. Jones's intensity clashed with the laid-back vibe of Eastwood and Garner. While others joked and swapped stories, Jones was all business, script in hand, focused to a fault. Sutherland implied Jones looked down on the more relaxed approach of his co-stars. He even called Jones an ass, with a laugh, but the message was clear. Sutherland said he wouldn't want to work with Jones again, a rare statement from a fellow legend. Despite the tension, the actors created believable camaraderie on screen. That's the magic of Hollywood pros delivering, no matter the off-screen drama. But for Sutherland, the mission was strictly professional, no desire for a repeat. Jones's intensity is his trademark, but it's not for everyone. Even among legends, he stands apart, serious, focused, and impatient with anything frivolous. The result? A successful film, but a crew happy to return to Earth. With Jones, it's always about the work, never the friendship. Sometimes, that's the price of greatness. Next, let's look at a blockbuster partnership built on frosty professionalism. Men in Black, one of Hollywood's most iconic duos, Tommy Lee Jones and Will Smith. On screen, their chemistry is legendary. Off-screen, not so much. Will Smith was the energetic, charismatic rising star. Jones, the established stone-faced pro. Director Barry Sonnenfeld said their relationship was not famously warm. Jones set the tone early. Don't mistake my lack of enthusiasm for a lack of enthusiasm. Translation, I'll do the job, but don't expect me to enjoy it. As Smith's star rose, the tension remained. Smith described Jones as a curmudgeon who barely spoke, just mournin' and see you at the rap party. Months on set, and that was the extent of their conversation. Yet when the cameras rolled, they delivered movie magic. Crew members said they'd sit in silence for hours, then snap into character for the scene. Smith thrives on energy and connection. Jones thrives on focus and solitude. He's there to be Agent K, not Smith's buddy. The result? Beloved films thanks to pure professionalism. In Hollywood, you don't have to be friends to create magic. Jones is the consummate pro. He'll give you an Oscar-caliber performance, even if he'd rather be somewhere else. Their dynamic is proof chemistry on screen doesn't require warmth off-screen. Sometimes the best partnerships are built on mutual respect, not friendship. For Jones, it's always about the work. And for audiences, that's all that matters. Next, let's see how Jones's intensity affects a new generation. Enter Chris Evans. Captain America meets Hollywood's grumpiest man. The intimidation is real. On Captain America: The First Avenger, Chris Evans faced a new challenge, acting alongside Tommy Lee Jones. Jones played Colonel Phillips, the ultimate unimpressed authority figure. Evans, still new to blockbuster stardom, found Jones genuinely intimidating. He said the whole crew would quiet down when Jones arrived, like the principal walking in. No jokes, no small talk, just focus. Evans admitted he was scared to death of Jones, desperate not to mess up a take. There was no direct conflict, just the overwhelming force of Jones's seriousness. That intensity translated perfectly to their scenes, Evans trying to earn respect, both as Steve Rogers and as an actor. The real-life intimidation added authenticity to the film. Jones's presence elevates the material, even if it makes the set tense. He's not there to be your friend, he's there to deliver. From young stars to Hollywood legends, working with Jones is always a challenge, but the result? Stronger performances, better movies. He's the grit that makes the pearl. So there you have it. 6 Hollywood heavyweights who felt the full force of Tommy Lee Jones's grumpy genius. From open hostility to cold professionalism and sheer intimidation, a pattern emerges. Jones is fiercely dedicated to his craft, with little patience for nonsense. His reputation has become his brand, grumpy, uncompromising, and always brilliant. Directors know hire Jones, get intensity and a powerful performance, even if it comes with a side of stoic silence. These stories reveal the reality of filmmaking, clashing personalities, high stakes, and the magic that happens anyway. Despite the friction, the results are timeless. What do you think? Is Jones's attitude justified for the sake of art, or just plain difficult? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe.